kind of early 1996, I was living in a hostel in Birmingham, and something I just tried to complete didn't work out, and so I was quite depressed, and I was quite I want to use the word soulless, but that's not the right word. Anyway, I was lying on my bed in a hostel in Birmingham, depressed, and I just listened to my intuition, and basically it said, I'm going to train to be a drama therapist. I had no idea what that was or what that meant, really. I mean, I had kind of toyed with the idea of this a while, and so I decided, I didn't say I want to be a drama therapist. I said, I'm going to be a drama therapist. And I didn't know how that was going to happen at all. And so they used to have this thing in the hostel called Job Day. I thought maybe I should go to Job Day and like have a look around. So I went to find the Job Day, and they said, sorry, but Job Day is not happening because we're refurbishing the room, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, oh, okay. And they said, well, we have got a little space set up in one of the rooms, one of the bedrooms. So I thought, I'll go there. So I went there, and I saw all these jobs laid out on a bed, and there was someone there, and I thought, I wasn't too sure about what was going to happen, and so I just sort of looked around, and right in the middle of the bed was this job in London, and it was for a catering manager in a riding school in Harrow, and I just knew. I thought, right, that is the job that I have to get to move forward. I need to. That's where I need to go. So I rang up, and I went for an interview in London, and I got the job, and I moved to Harrow into a riding school and became the catering manager of the school, and it was an amazing job, and I loved every minute I was there. It was a fantastic experience, and I knew that the drama therapy courses were in London, and I decided that that was the way that I needed to go. So I got this job in Harrow, and I was able to move there because I got a flat thrown in with the job, and so it was, my accommodation was then sorted for a while, and then I applied to the drama therapy course. I didn't really have the right experience, although I did have a degree in drama and music, and that was kind of, you need to have a degree in a relevant discipline. I thought, okay, so I went to, so I got on the course, and it was a weekend once a month, and so time moved forward, and I started on the course, and I didn't really have the relevant experience, so I needed to move forward, because I wasn't going to be able to complete the course or do the relevant training if I had not I did not move forward. So once I started the training, I had to get my friends to cover my job at weekends when I was training, and also to cover an evening in the week. So I enlisted some friends to help me, and they were very willing to help me. Not only do we have to be willing ourselves, but we have to, enable other people to be willing, and they were delighted to help me. So eventually I had to move. I just moved from my lovely job and my lovely flat that I had to progress. And so I moved into London. I moved into a hostel, another hostel in Islington. And I didn't know what to do. I thought, how am I going to manage this? I don't know what to do. I need more experience. So I got a job in a school for children with learning disabilities as a lunchtime supervisor. And then I went to the local hospital and I signed up to be a healthcare assistant to get more experience in healthcare. And so I was doing these two things concurrently, working in the school and working in the hospital. And the school work expanded, and I started to do some other work with the school. I would go around and collect children from their houses to come to school in the morning, and I also went on holiday with the children. It was the most amazing thing that happened to me. It was a beautiful thing. And my work progressed in the healthcare arena, and I got a full-time job in a crisis intervention service in Islington. So my experience started to expand, and the course was going fine, and everything was going what I thought was well. And then towards the end of the second year of the drama therapy course, I got thrown off the course. It was really, really unbelievably debilitating, and my world fell to pieces, basically. And I struggled and struggled with that, what I presumed to be a failure, which I then calculated to be signpost. So I decided to change the word failure into the word signpost. So the meaning of failure for me is signpost, not failure. So I decided to do my own study in pursuit of my want to be a drama therapist. I'm going to be a drama therapist. Whatever it took, I was going to be a drama therapist. And I went into therapy. I did my own study at the British Library. I developed my work. I wrote a huge piece of work, and my experience of the healthcare system was growing, and my knowledge was growing, and eventually in 2001 or something, 2000, something like that, I presented my work to the course in Devon. So I was determined I was going to be a drama therapist. Whatever it took, I would do what it took to do that. And so I went to Devon and I had an interview. I presented my work that I'd been doing, and I got on the course. And it was a remarkable turnaround, because I didn't know what was going to happen. So I basically had to design a structure in order for me to go to Devon once a week, and do my placement, and organise the whole structure of doing that. So in 2002, I started on the Devon course again to do my third year, which would be the final year. And so I worked out the structure, and I worked 7 days a week for a year. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I worked nights in the crisis intervention service. Monday, I did my washing, I got ready and packed. Tuesday, I travelled to Devon. Wednesday, I did my placement. Thursday, I did the course and travelled back to London. Friday, I went to night shift. Saturday, night shift. Sunday, night shift. Monday, washing. Tuesday, travelling. Wednesday, placement. Thursday, college. Friday, back to London to night shift. So I did that for 1 year, and I was determined that I was going to complete the drama therapy training, and there was nothing that was going to stand in my way to stop me achieving my goal. And at the end of 2003, I completed my drama therapy training, and I graduated with a distinction, because I was determined not only to be a drama therapist, but I was going to be the best drama therapist that I could be. And that is what I was willing to do in order to move forward in my life.